Guys, I've been testing out this beauty brand for 2 weeks and I want to talk about the best and worst products from this line. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is May. Yes, like the month, but spelled differently, spelled with an E. I just want to welcome you. I create fashion and beauty content on my channel. I'm fairly new to YouTube, only been on for a little over a year. So join me on this review and let's just get into it. So Jason Wu Beauty is a brand new beauty brand that launched the beginning of this year. And honestly, I wasn't really for it in the beginning. I saw some videos and I was like, meh, I don't know. But after I watched some videos, specifically this celebrity artist using some of the products, I was blown away. You guys need to try out this brand. It's affordable. You can get it at Target. You can also get it directly from their website. Jason Wu is an Asian American fashion designer. His designs are so beautiful, especially his dresses. Oh my gosh, they are so stunning. So it's really cool that he came out with a beauty brand that's affordable for all of us. All the products range from $10 to $20. So again, very affordable. I did a full Jason Wu beauty look, even the products that I don't even like. So don't say I'm not committed. Anyway, let's get into this video. I got all my goodies, so let's get into it. So this bag I actually got from Jason Wu Beauty, the website. Half of these products are from directly from them, and then the other half are available at Target. Now you can get everything at Target or at Jason Wu Beauty. I kind of did a mix of both, just depending on what was in stock. But I will have everything linked down below. To prep the face, let's go in with the Mr. Wu face mist. This is $16. It comes in 2 different scents. I have the Sip Tea one, and then the other one is a kind of like rose water. I think those are the main differences. This does smell like green tea. It's very faint. As you guys can see, I've gone through quite a bit of it. The exterior packaging is nice, but the actual spray, it's like way too intense for me. Let me just show you guys. Like that was just everywhere and it was a bit too strong. I don't really like this. I honestly mainly use this to just dampen my sponge when I don't want to go to the sink, which is why I've gone through so much of it. But I really just like the colorway and the size of it. Like that's really nice, but this nozzle, it's too much. I'll just show you guys on my skin. Like it just drenched my skin. Can you see that? Hopefully I didn't mess up my bangs. I'm like wet, like wet. Anywho, it was a dud. To prime my face, I'm gonna go in with the Magic Matte Oil. This was very new to me. Like this was so intriguing because I've never tried anything like this. Like an oil that makes your skin look matte. I'm here for it. I have oily skin. It's pretty oily, especially in the summertime. So I just like making my skin a little more matte in my T-zone area. And then I still like glow. I still like dew. You guys can probably tell from my other videos and on my Instagram, like I like a glowy look, just not too glowy. So this comes in a dropper, just like this. I like the simple packaging. Now, how does this work? It works not bad. It's not like a crazy difference. I will show you guys a wear test at the very end so you guys can just see how like all of the products wear. But this is not bad. I just thought it was going to do a little more. So I find this product to be average. I just like to put a couple of drops on my fingers, rub between the fingers, and then just pat in the areas that I need. I want to be matte. So my chin, definitely my nose, and then a little bit on the forehead. Since I've been trying this for a couple weeks, this can pill depending on what kind of skincare product you use. So just be aware of that. It's not necessarily this, it's what you're combining with it. So if you see some pilling, don't get too upset. I definitely do. I hate pilling because then you have to start all over again and it's so annoying. But just make sure whatever you're using, because it might be your skincare. They also have a nourishing oil, which is probably more of your like typical traditional oil where it makes your face look very dewy. I don't really care for that since my skin is oily, so I skipped that one. And then there are other face primers. I think there are 3 shades, light, medium, dark. I didn't get those just because primers, I don't know about you guys, but face primers, they last me forever. 6 months, 8 months. It just takes me so long and I don't want to be wasteful. And this matte oil was different enough and I didn't have it already in my collection, so that's why I chose that one. Plus I have oily skin. As of right now, they don't have any complexion products, but they most likely will, like foundation and concealer down the road. But I do want to go in with eye primer. There are 3 shades. I ended up getting light. There's also medium and dark. Now looking back, I might be a medium because this is very, very light. It's almost a little too pale for me. But since I am applying foundation and concealer and eyeshadow over this, it really doesn't matter too much. But it also might be in between light and medium, which tends to happen for my skin tone. This is called the Woo Prime Eye. And again, you don't need that much. This amount is more than enough for both of your eyes. If I'm not in a rush and I actually remember, I actually like to put my eye primer first before my foundation and concealer because I like getting it on the eyelids and under the eyes. If your foundation or concealer tends to break up under the eyes or even your eyeshadow, I would do this first. That might sound weird, but when I do foundation, I just go directly under my eyes and even a little above it. But this, you just get it out of the way. As you guys can see, this is pretty light on me, but we will be covering it up, so it's not a big deal. Oh my gosh, I look sick. This is so funny. I like lost the warmth around my eyes. I need some foundation. For today's foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Better Believe It Foundation and Concealer. I reviewed this. I did a whole wear test. If you guys wanna see that video with me comparing it to the Healthy Foundation, which is a holy grail for so many people, I'll leave that video right here. Like I said earlier, I just like using the mist to dampen my brush. Part of it is because I'm lazy and I don't want to go to the bathroom, but then also I don't waste it and I end up using it. Since there's no concealer or contour, I'm going to quickly do that and I'll be right back. Much better. So let's talk about brows. Jason Moo Beauty came out with so many brow products, like everything under the sun, from the soap brow to pencil to gel to powder. Everything that you'd be looking for, whether you want one versus the other. I want to test out a couple of them, and I'm very picky with my brows, so you might actually like these, which tells you already that I'm not the biggest fan. My brow hairs are very straight and it's hard for them to stay up. I kind of like a soap brow moment, nothing too intense. It's kind of more of that natural look, but I definitely need to fill in my brows because as you guys can see, my brows are on the sparser side. Sparser side? Is that a word? On the more sparse side. There we go. So let's go into the Bush Brow Shaper Soap. This one is for $14. It is clear. This one intrigued me the most because I've tried others that are basically the exact same thing that are way more expensive. I like how it has a mirror and a really nice size mirror, and it is clear. I prefer clear just because I don't like getting my product all the way up here on my skin. And since you bring your brow hairs up, it tends to happen, so I like going with clear. For something like this, since it is a solid, you do have to activate it, so I'm just going to use the face mist. They do have a soap activator. I don't think that's necessary. Honestly, guys, you can just use a setting spray. You really just need something that's a liquid. So I just spray once and then I use a spoolie and just rub it in there. So at first, it looks amazing. Like this is exactly how I want my brows to look. They're up and fluffy. But then after I do my makeup, like I finish everything, you will slowly start to see and watch my eyebrows, okay? They're gonna slowly start to fall down, just like this. And that tends to happen with a lot of products for me. There are only a few that I've discovered where this doesn't happen. But look how beautiful it initially looks like. It's so good. Another problem that I have, even though this is clear, sometimes it won't dry clear and this one actually does. So if you have hair that's not so stubborn, I think you're gonna really enjoy this. So look at the difference. My before and my after. And that's not even using a brow pencil and it looks already more full and fluffy. And you really don't need that much product on your brush. And that's that. The next brow product I have is Free the Brow. This comes in 3 different colors. I got clear. Again, like I said earlier, I just prefer clear. This works so-so. I'm actually going to wait to apply this and I'm going to use my own separate brow pencil that I really love. Now, Jason Wu does have their own pencils. I just found one that's so amazing and I didn't necessarily need to go that route. And also, a brown eyebrow pencil for me is very hard because it tends to be a little too warm. So I was kind of nervous to test it with them. And since I already have an amazing one, I was like, let me just save my money. This is $12. Again, it's just okay. It just doesn't hold my brows. But if I had to choose the soap brows and this, I would choose the soap brows. Like the soap brows have a little more hold and this is really pretty much a dud. I would say it's the worst product that I've tried so far. The brush is pretty interesting though. Like I like how one side is a bit longer. I find that to be actually helpful. If the formula was good, then this would be worth it. But again, just to show you guys, and even how it feels, it just feels so light that I knew this wasn't gonna hold. But I will say my brows look so good right now. But we'll see with that wear test. These are by far the best products in their line and they are the Hot Fluff 3-in-1 multi-sticks. Colors that they have are amazing. I think they have around like 8 colors. I have 3 and I love every single one of them. They work so well. They are long wearing, they blend beautifully. There's really nothing bad to say about them. I love the packaging, how it's like that soft matte. But I do want to talk about the swatches online. It's very hard to decipher the colors, especially these right here. I have Eclair, which is like a pinky nude. Cannoli, which is a brownie nude, a little bit warmer. And then my last one is Biscotti, which is a more cooler nude brown. For my cheeks today, I'm gonna go in with Eclair. I just like using this brush. It's from e.l.f. It's so good at blending cream products. It's just a dream. It's just for sanitary reasons. I just like putting it on my hand and then using the brush and then directly going on my cheeks. As you guys can see, it blends so beautifully on the skin with my foundation and with my concealer. It just looks so effortless. You don't know where it begins and ends, which is why I said it just blends so effortlessly. With all these cream products, I definitely need some powder just to set everything in. This is the Ready Set Matte Setting Powder in Translucent Banana. Now, typically banana means that it has a little bit of that yellow undertone. I don't really notice it. I find it to be a true translucent powder, but this stuff is so good. Although it's messy and I wish it had that divider net, it doesn't, unfortunately. It works so well. It doesn't feel heavy at all, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin, and it lasts all day. It does come with a puff. I don't have it on me right now because I just found it to be a little bit annoying, and I just like using a sponge. But can you guys see that design? It says woo in the little dots. I just found that to be so creative and such a fun design idea. Let's add some faux freckles. I recently posted a picture of me with faux freckles, and I was wearing the Jason the Freckled Boy. Now this is one of the few times where I've actually tried a product where it's for freckles versus something like a brow pencil or an eyeliner. It's not really for freckles, but you can totally do that. So this was really new to me, and it was such a learning curve because the first time I did it, one, I did it way too big and I just did too many, so there's a learning curve. And I read the reviews and a lot of people were saying that this is very red, which made me nervous because I have such dark features. This would look so ridiculous on me, and since this was like my first time trying it out, I already knew it was gonna look crazy on me. So I just wanted to show you guys how this looks on me, and surprisingly it doesn't look that red on me. I thought it was going to be like a ginger red, like something very vibrant, but once I put it over foundation and powder and I like dab it like this, it looks really pretty. So this is what the brush looks like. As you guys can see, no wonder people were saying it's so warm, and it is pretty warm. I just use the tip and I touch it to my skin ever so gently. And if you mess up, you can kind of take it off by using your finger and just dabbing it, but you can't fully take it off unless you redo your makeup. But I noticed some girls putting it up here, which I didn't do before, closer to my cheekbones, and I really love that look. But again, you want it to look sporadic. Can you guys see that? It's pretty faint. And then I use my fingers. This makes it not so obvious and it blends it better. You do want to do this quickly because it dries fast. That would be my main tip. I don't know, I'm still pretty new to this. It's definitely something you really need to test out. Again, not bad, a little warm. I prefer it to be a touch cooler. I would say this is like in the middle. Like I don't love it, I'm not obsessed with it, but it is fun and it's not the worst. For the eyes, let's talk about the Flora 9 eyeshadow palette. This is the matte eyeshadow palette specifically. I picked this one because I know I'm going to use matte shades. Originally when I saw this and I saw some of my favorite YouTubers talk about this product, I overlooked this, like specifically this eyeshadow palette, and I'm so glad I thought about it a little more and I watched a celebrity makeup artist use this and a few other products, and it just looks so beautiful. Don't miss out on this product, guys. It has all of the best mattes that you'll need, and I'm being serious. Like specifically this middle one, I already had panned. I've only had this for 2 weeks and I love all of these shades. This is what I'm looking for when I use it every day. If I'm making my eyes look a little more dramatic, it's just so good and it pairs so well with my other eyeshadow palettes. The pigments are really great. It's not like too overly pigment, it's not too light either. It's like right in between, and it's not really powdery that you'll get it all over. So to me, because this is so affordable and it's the shades that I love and use every single day, this is a must. Now that I talked your ear off about this product, let's go in with this shade right here. This is the perfect crease shade for me and just like my skin tone. I'm going to do a pretty simple eye look and add a little bit of glitter. I'm just going to add a little bit to my lower lash line. For the center of my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Celestial Lust. This is in Lace and Grace. It's kind of like a bronzy shade. It's very shimmery and it has specks of glitter and it's quite creamy and thick, so you don't need that much. I find this to be kind of in the middle. Like, it's not, oh my gosh, amazing, you gotta get it, but it's not bad either. Even though I don't wear glitter too much or anything like this, it really is beautiful and you can diffuse it so it doesn't have to make such a big impact. Like what I did, I just used my fingers, tapped it, and you just see those sparkles when you move your eyes, and it's so pretty. And the glitters, they're not too big, which is really nice. I prefer something like smaller and more dainty, but I do love this shade. Eyes are done. I did that off camera just because I wasn't using any Jason Wu products. They do have a liquid eyeliner. I ended up skipping that just because, guys, I have so many liquid eyeliners. I did a best and worst drugstore brown liquid liners. If you guys are interested in that video, I'll leave it right here, but I just have too many. Even black liquid liners, they'll last me forever. Like, one liquid liner can last me almost a year just because I just don't use it that often. Anyway, let's talk about the lip products. Guys, I have so many. Packaging for all of them, amazing. These Stay in Line lip liners. Okay, I have 4, which is quite a lot for me. I can't believe there was a time where I didn't wear lip liners. Like, who was she, you know? I just thought it was such a hassle. Their lip product swatches are very poor. Like, it's so hard to tell from one another. Like, even these are very similar. Obviously, you guys can see the differences from one another, but online, they look so close to being the same, you know? These cost $10 and there's 10 different shades. I have 4. The first one is Parisian Chic, which is a very nude pink, almost on the edge of being a little too nude for me. I also have Leave Me Alone, which is a pink nude. Then we have Dolled Up, which to me is my perfect nude. Like, it has that warmth to it. At first, you would think this is a little too pink online, but it really is so pretty. And then the last one I have is Nudist. This is also a great nudie brown for me. It's a little bit lighter than the second one that I talked about, which is Dolled Up. So it's a bit lighter, but still a really great nude brown for me. I think I'm going with Nudist. I just have a little bit of lip balm. This is something that you do have to sharpen. This is very important to me. How well does it sharpen? This sharpens so beautifully, which is so important to me because if it's a pencil that doesn't sharpen well, to me it's not worth it because you're basically wasting the product, you know, and it's just going in your sharpener. And it works so well. I love the color choices. The one thing, it doesn't last on my lips as long as some other ones, like the NYX one, the Slide On Glide On, like that one is so long lasting. This one's not as much, so just keep that in mind. I also have the Honey Fluff Lip Cream. These are $12. I have 3 shades. It also comes in 10 shades, which I believe are the same shades as the lip liners. I got Nudist, My Angel, and Dolled Up. I'm gonna go in with Nudist just because that's the liner I used. You don't necessarily need to do that, but I just want to keep it the same. Nudist is such a beautiful nude on me. Like, it's not too browny, but it's also like not too cool either. I just find it to be such a beautiful nude on my skin tone. Now this matte cream, it's very comfortable, but I will say, I don't know if it's the brush, but it gets a little streaky. I don't know if you guys could tell in the cutaways, but you could see the lines ever so slightly. So that does annoy me a little bit. I think there are others that are better, but besides that, it really does wear beautifully. Again, this is very comfortable, which is so important to me. They have so many lip products. You guys are gonna find something, but I do wanna talk about this. This is the Kindness for Your Lips. It's a lip oil. I don't know what the difference is between a lip gloss and a lip oil, but it feels the same. But with this one, it is clear. I don't think it's anything special, but I have noticed that it doesn't stay on my lips for very long. It kind of just wears off pretty quickly, so I wouldn't be getting this again. I'm just gonna focus this on the center of my lips. It does smell like watermelon, which reminds me of lip smackers. I don't know if you guys remember that. Those were my shit when I was in middle school. Like, I love collecting lip smackers. So does it look pretty on the lips? Yes, but nothing special. Finally, the last product to show you guys is the Magic Spell Setting Spray. This is $17. Guys, this ain't worth it. Nozzle, meh. Smell, meh. And that's all I have to say. I'll show you guys how this looks on my skin, but to me, it doesn't prolong my makeup from what I can tell, and you just need to skip it, okay? There's nothing more to say about it. Again, it's like that face mist. It's just so abrupt and in your face. It's just a little too intense for me. And then it also smells like Elmer's glue. Do you guys remember Elmer's glue? I haven't used it in so long, but it smells so close to that. So, ew. I just applied my own highlighter. It's the one from Benefit. I didn't bother buying their highlighter just because it was very iridescent. It had this blue shift to it, and to me, it just didn't make sense with the color story. And I don't know, it just wasn't worth it to me. But basically, I'm wearing a full face of Jason Wu Beauty. Guys, look at my eyebrows. Now, do you believe me? My brow hairs are back to where they used to be. And it was only, what, 20 minutes later? It really doesn't last, unfortunately. But they look so good in the very beginning. Now, going back, let's just talk about the best products. These are the ones that you need. To me, these are the best products from the line. One, the eyeshadow palette, specifically the matte one. Guys, you're gonna use this every single day. I've already hit pan. What more can I say? The lip liners, so many great different colors, and they sharpen so well. The 3-in-1 multi-sticks, by far, this is like #1 for me. Like, you guys have to try these out. And lastly, the setting powder. Guys, for the last 2 weeks, I've been solely using this. I've been going through it. It's so good, not too heavy. I just remembered I'm supposed to do a wear test, so I'll see you later today. All right, I'm looking a little disheveled and pretty oily. I was just running around today trying to take some professional photos of my puppy, and it's just been a very long day. So let's talk about this wear test. Besides my skin being super oily, one, these freckles are still here. Now, they're not as obvious, and I think because of my oily skin coming through, they just look less apparent. And then as far as the eyeshadow, it's still there. That eyeshadow topper with the sparkles, it's there as well. Ever so slightly, a little bit of creasing by my lash line on the inner corner, but that's pretty typical. But overall, the primer did a pretty good job. As far as the eyebrows, you guys know, after 20 minutes, my hairs were back down. Nothing has changed. They just look less fluffy and not as big, so they're kind of just relaxed. So the lip liner, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the top part is still there, but that's about it. The lip cream is totally gone. The lip oil, gone. But those are things I expect because I've been just eating all day. The multi-stick is still there on the cheeks. Can you guys see? I know, just stop staring at my oily skin. But besides that, this looks really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this full line review of Jason Wu Beauty. If you guys want to see any other reviews, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more fashion and beauty content. I'll see you in another video. Bye!